What's up, guys? John Howell here. Man, I'm holding this camera really weird today. Anyway, I want to do this quick short little video for you guys. Alright, so I want to do a quick video for you guys today. I'm just heading down to the gym this morning, and I want to do this video for you and just to share some things with you. So just trying to wind some windows up so the air is not too much in there. So what I want to talk about, guys, in this video is I want to talk about your trading journey. And man, there are so many things, there's so many areas that goes into helping you become a good trader. There really is. And one of those things, one of those areas that I really want to focus on with this video is your understanding of how the markets work and the way that you approach the market. So let me explain what I mean here. When you're trading the markets, you have to have a plan of trading the markets, but your plan's got to be fundamentally sound and how you apply that system needs to be incorporated of how the market works. You're probably saying, what the hell are you talking about, John? Well, let me give you an example of what I'm trying to say here. Obviously, we have a trading plan, but that trading plan is not going to work if it's not going in line with how the markets work. So if your trading plan that says, wait for something to go up a lot, and then once it's got up a lot, and everyone's saying get in, that's what I'm going to get in, you're going to be wrong 80% of the time. Do you know what I mean? Because we're likely to get a pullback. And guys, this actually is really relevant right now to my trading, and also the updates. You know, obviously my trading update, and also silver and gold and what are things going on right now. If you have a look at my last videos that I've done, I have always said, I've talked about how the markets work. This is fundamentally sound of you must understand of how this works. How the markets work is most of the time they'll go for a really big run, or they'll go for a nice run, and then you will get a pullback, right? And then you'll get a nice run, and then you'll get a pullback. We see this, it creates peaks and troughs, highs and lows. But that's how the markets work. And every now and then, sometimes you get an explosion of price. That may happen 20% of the time. But 80% of the time, you get that nice stair-stepping movement. So knowing that's how the markets work, if you're trading a strategy and you get into a trade, you're like, oh, what's the market doing today? Like, for example, if you're trading silver and you say, you know what, silver's going to go to the moon, and you think it's going to go up a lot, that may be the case, but guess what? There's going to be some decent pullbacks in the middle of that going up a lot. And so if you are trading the markets and you're in the trade, or you're in a trade where you're hoping that it's going to go straight up and just going to keep going straight up, that may happen, but that's not how the markets work. And a lot of people that have bought silver and gold in the past are starting to get a bit worried right now. And I'm not worried at all, because I understand how the markets work. I look at my long-term charts and I'm like, I know what's going on. And see, a lot of people are freaking out about silver right now, saying, what's going on with silver? It's been going down a lot and all this sort of stuff, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I look at my silver long-term weekly charts, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this chart. Like, there's no reason to be freaking out. It's just a natural progression of how the markets work. You have a nice run, and then you have a nice pullback, and you have a nice run, have a nice pullback. That's what silver's been doing for the whole year. So it's really interesting when the silver and gold are just absolutely just going crazy to the high side. Everyone's talking about how good gold and silver is, but then like the last week or so, it's been having a nice pullback. It's like, oh, I know about silver and gold. You know, the interest rates might go up, and it might push the US dollar up. But you got to push the metals down, and yada 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 and yada yada. If buts. But you've got to understand how the markets work, and you've got to have a system within that. So you've got how the markets work, which they create peaks and troughs. but you've got to have a system within that. So for example, with me, when I bought my SLV call options, I said to you, I'm in this to the end of the year, unless we start to get some critical breaks of support levels. Are telling me that this is no longer trending up. And so far, I haven't got out of my call options yet. There is no need for me to get out of my call options yet. Why would I worry? Why would I try to get out of my call options now when I can just see, where I can see what's going on with these markets? You know what I mean? I can understand what's going on. I can see what's going on with these charts and what's actually going on. And what I'm seeing right now, guys, and I want you to understand this, all I'm saying is I'm seeing the markets work and react the way that they've all moved, the way that they've always moved. Silver and gold has had a nice run up a couple of months, and now the last couple of months they've gone sideways. Now they're having a slight pullback, and a lot of people out there are starting to freak out. A lot of people out there are starting to freak out about the pullback in silver. So, but if you're in a long-term trade with silver and you're hoping it's just going to go straight up, that's not going to happen. I can guarantee you that's not going to happen. I don't care who says. If someone says we're going to see, like Bo Pauly says 3-digit silver, and all these people say gold and silver, how the markets work is they're going to get a pullback. So if you want a longer term trade, if you're after a $26 or a $50 profit target with silver, then you've got to expect some pullbacks in there. You can have a big massive energy explosion, and then after a while we'll go through a quiet phase, and then something for another month or two, bam, we go through another explosion. And that's how the markets work. We continue to move like that. Now, we don't know, the thing about that is you don't know how high the explosion is going to be, and you don't know how long the quiet time or the pullback is going to be. But if you use the simple form and simple analysis of looking at the peaks and troughs on the weekly chart, that's going to quieten those noises. Don't listen to all the bullshit out there. Look at the weekly chart on silver and tell me what about that chart, which the only thing out there is the truth. The only truth out there is the chart, right? It's not what the Janet Yellen or what she says she may or may not do. It's not the government, it's not the Fed, it's not a newsletter, it's not a YouTube video. No, the chart is the truth. The only truth thing out there is the chart. And there's nothing on the silver chart that says to me right now, and this could change, but right now this is just a nice healthy pullback, and I think we're going to see a lot more higher prices. That's what I'm seeing on the charts. Again, that could change over the next few months, but right now it's just a nice stair-stepping up momentum, higher peaks, higher troughs. It's a beautiful stair-stepping chart. I see September, October. I see by December. I see by the end of December we have much higher prices coming into play. So, if your trading plan is to buy, if your trade is to buy silver and gold for a long term and hold on for long term, you must be able to endure and be able to understand and know that you're going to get pullbacks. Instead of you reacting, oh my goodness, silver's pulling back and the gold's pulling back, instead of you reacting all the time, respond and say, okay, you know what? What's really going on? Let's look at the charts. I understand and expect these things to happen. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'm almost at the gym right now. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.